Hi, everybody. Welcome to this video where Sherweb and Aegis Innovators, one of our value partners, is going to talk to you about secure collaboration using the Zero Trust framework. So now, as many, if not all of you know, during the pandemic, many businesses made the jump from working on-prem to work from anywhere. And they did it without really setting up their cybersecurity at all. It was a rush to get back to work. They didn't really care about, well, not didn't care, but they didn't have time to think about cybersecurity. That obviously has left many people vulnerable. Now, fortunately, companies like Aegis Innovators has done a good job of actually securing businesses work from anywhere practices. With me today is Reza, who's the president and co-founder of Aegis Innovators. Reza, quick question for you. How have you set up your customers for secure collaboration?
Hi, Henry. Thanks for having me. Well, at Aegis Innovators, we're focused on something that Microsoft calls modern workplace. And so the modern business defined by Microsoft is a combination of using cloud productivity tools, business process automation, and an underpinning of security that they call zero trust. And it's actually zero trust is an industry-wide term. And a lot of other companies, even Google and Apple and IBM, have zero trust models. We believe that the Microsoft zero trust model is by far the most powerful, most effective. And so what we do in a typical engagement is, start with security, create the foundation, and it starts with identity. But as you mentioned, the pandemic hit, businesses were focused on productivity, which is a huge part of modern workplace, right? Today, the modern collaboration tools, Microsoft Teams, Teams went from 12 million users pre-pandemic to over 140 million and growing almost exponentially right now. So businesses are at an inflection point, and during the pandemic, their number one urgency was to be operational, to be working. And like you mentioned, security was an afterthought. And so today is a tremendous opportunity for MSPs and tech pros to go back to a lot of these businesses that rushed to get into these awesome cloud environments that allowed for the integrations that everybody loves with something like Microsoft 365 and the co-authoring and using Teams as a central hub for teamwork. But now it's time to go back to those and make sure they get onto modern identity, which is to authenticate through Azure Active Directory, to shut down all those local on-prem servers and domain controllers and local Active Directory, and get them onto multi-factor authentication and conditional access. And also to understand that even something like Teams has opened up security vulnerabilities for the clients. We had one client who was in a rush to go into Microsoft Teams, and they didn't realize there was a difference between public and private Teams, and they set up Teams as public, and they gave out a lot of their financial information to employees until they realized it later. So it's really important to go back, talk to your clients, talk to them about modern security, talk to them about modern endpoint and EDR tools that help secure the overall collaboration environment. And it was a really tough time, and businesses had to do what they had to do to be operational. But it's our job now as the consultants and the thought leaders to go back and get businesses back to a more secure collaborative state in the modern business workplace.
Okay, thanks for that. That sounds as though we've just skimmed the surface of what actually needs to be done, which obviously we have. So fortunately, Aegis Innovators and Sherweb's going to be co-hosting a security brief webinar where we're actually going to be covering much more in depth into secure collaboration, just how to make zero trust, the zero trust framework, your framework for securing yourselves and your customers. And if you want something quicker and sooner, please take a look at the blog that's on Sherweb blog. You find the link this video here to get a bit more right now about secure collaboration. Of that, thanks, Reza.
My pleasure.